So this is the plane right here. My little sister, shown here, won that plane with one raffle ticket. My parents were really surprised. But when I was about 14, I took that plane to the local fall festival, and I charged children to have their picture taken in it for $5 a piece. When I was in high school, I started this company. It's called Crescent Valley Delivery. I made this flyer in paint. It's really cool. I bought a heated cooler, and I would take orders at the student store, and I had menus for all the different restaurants, and you could order lunch from wherever you wanted in town, and I would go pick it up for you. I've also started a t-shirt company, and by far my most successful venture is, that's not my next slide, underwater audio. And I want to introduce underwater audio by showing you this video.
Company is making a big splash in the high-tech world. They found a way to make the iPod waterproof, even for swimmers. Scott Walker created it after trying to think of a way to protect iPods from pools, lakes, and floats worth thousands.
Okay, that did not work. It does work on YouTube. You guys should check it out. But basically, we make a waterproof iPod. We buy iPod shuffles from Apple. They're about this big. And then we inject them with different chemicals and make them waterproof. And we sell those with waterproof headphones that we source from China to people who swim. And the reason why this does so well is because swimming is really boring. I don't know how many of you swam. I swam in high school. But you go to one side of the pool and then you swim back. and then you do that about 100 more times. So underwater audio meets that need. I want to talk about why underwater audio has been a success. We actually have several competitors in this space, believe it or not. But strategically, there are things that we have done that make a big difference in underwater audio sales. So I want to talk about how we've done that through digital marketing, a commitment to 100% customer satisfaction, and product quality. I wouldn't want to leave my dad out. So digital marketing is this really cool space. Google AdWords is how we built this business. So this short little ad here with 95 characters has changed us from the $5,000 in capital that we used to start this business to over $2 million in sales. And we did it through doing digital marketing better than everybody else. So we started with Google AdWords. We branched into Facebook. You can see here we have over 30,000 Facebook likes. So that's pretty exciting. What a lot of people don't know about Facebook is that it's kind of this dark space that Facebook advertising, not many people know how to make money on Facebook. So this graph, you can kind of see that our revenue, when we started using Facebook ads, was directly correlated to the amount of money that we spent on Facebook. And that's really important for us, especially since we started this business with hardly anything at all. We had to make $1 for every dollar we spent. So the other thing we do is we're constantly updating our website through A/B testing. In the old days, marketing was really hard. You produced something and put it out there and hoped it worked. Today, we can compare the results between as small a difference as what you see on the screen, and it led to a 20% increase in revenue. And we're making changes like that all the time. And as you'll see, 20% of our revenue is a lot of money. Another thing that we do is called retargeting, and it's really cool. It counts 10% of people that buy something on underwater audio see or click on a retargeting ad. What that means is you visit our website and we put a cookie on your computer, not the kind that you eat, the kind that's a small file, and then you'll see our ads all over the internet. And then you come back to Underwater Audio and you buy a waterproof iPod, so you're not so bored. The third core strategy that we have as a company is quality products. So my dad developed this process for waterproofing iPods that's better than everybody else's. So our product is more reliable, and that's important for us. We also listen to customers' needs. You'll notice this cord on this headphone is really short. It's about this long. And that's because you strap an iPod to the back of your head, and then you put the headphones in your ears, and that's all the space that you need. So we do that for our customers because it makes a huge difference for them. I'm going to go back to my slide that was back here in my original presentation. But I wanted you to read this. It warms my heart to hear our customers say things like this, because that is what really differentiates Underwater Audio. We care about customers. For instance, if someone's frustrated, asks for a refund from Underwater Audio, we'll send them a free iPod because we want them to not be bored while they swim. And then this is a really impressive graph here. Santa Claus really likes waterproof iPods. So you can see here at the end, our sales really skyrocket around Christmas time. You'll notice in January last year, our sales were better than they were in December. I didn't touch anything. So we introduced a new website, and we doubled our conversion rates. And so we have made a huge difference in our sales just by these strategic things that Underwater Audio does. So we introduced a website, Swim Buds with a shorter cord, almost doubled our sales. And then with a little bit of help from a professor here at BYU, Barclay Burns, he founded learning.com, he suggested we add even more value for our customers by offering a bundle that had 2 waterproof headphones. Now, why would you need 2 waterproof headphones? I'm not really sure yet, but a lot of people want them. And that's the great thing about digital marketing. You just throw it up there, and if it works, then you do it. So we started with $5,000, and we paid that back to my dad in the first 6 months of business, and we've had over $2 million in sales. We have 41 employees, and we moved from my bedroom and our basement to an office in downtown Corvallis, and we're continuing to grow. I want to talk about some of our goals for the future. We'd like to triple our revenue in the next year, and through some things that we're working on right now, our current sales, if we just sold the same amount we sold in January and February every month, then we will do that. And there's some seasonality in our business, but I think we can even exceed that goal. The other is to expand the world market and develop more products. I'm going to talk about those 2 things. This is where we are right now. We sell in the US, Canada, and Australia, $2.4 million in revenue. So you can see there are huge opportunities for us to expand. And we're working with Amazon and a few other opportunities to make that logistically possible. And so we're working with a team right here at BYU, Professor Zyros, in the engineering department to develop some waterproof headphones with Bose-like sound quality. In our industry, sound quality isn't something you bring up very often because it's not very good. But this is a picture of a prototype that we're working on right now that has great sound quality, and we're going to market that as triathlete headphones so that it'll be attached to our player and we'll increase sales that way. But we really see this driving revenue in retail as well as online on our website. And finally, the big kahuna we're going to produce, it's in development right now, a streaming waterproof player. So you'll connect a transmitter to your iPhone or Android, any audio device, and it will send a signal to a receiver that you wear just like your iPod on the back of your head. And you'll be able to listen to whatever kind of music that you're used to consuming. And that's the future of underwater audio. Any questions?
Scott, I love your product. It sounds awesome.
Thanks.
Tell me a little bit about the process involved. You're buying Apple iPods, and your company is waterproofing them. Do you have any kind of patents to protect that process, or can anyone else also do this same thing?
Sure. I'm going to have the revenue graph up while I talk to you about this stuff. So, so we have a few competitors that do exactly what we do. They waterproof iPods. And there's some seasonality here, so there's always a dip in September and October. But right about here, one of our competitors copied our process. We waterproof it without ever taking it apart, and they do too now. But as you can see, that didn't really affect our sales. So from the beginning, we knew that we couldn't protect it with a patent, and that's one reason why we're going with products that we can in the future. Waterproof iPods is a great business, but we want to move into something that we can protect even more.
Scott, a question for you. Just to confirm, you have sales of $2 million and you're single?
That's true. Yeah.
Just confirming that for all the ladies here.
Yeah, they're all on missions. So.
Scott, could you tell us? Did you say your father created the concept?
Yeah. So my dad is an engineer. He always has been, and he developed the process that makes the iPod waterproof. We have this joke where we compete over whether he can produce more than I can sell. And so far, he's always lost.
So give us a little bit of information about how you got into the business and how your role developed.
Sure. Yeah. So in the beginning, I built the website myself, the very first underwateraudio.com. And all the Google AdWords campaign, I have experience in that industry. I have been involved in the strategic marketing decisions. So Swim Buds, right here, that doubled our sales revenue. My dad was really against that. But all we did was source the same headphones we were buying here in America from the manufacturer and make the cord shorter. And it's really done well for us. We buy them for $4.50 from China, and we sell them for $30. So.
Do you own 100% of the company?
I own exactly 50% of the company. So my dad owns half, and I own half.
Is there some reason that prevents you from selling me the actual spray that goes on the iPod so that I could just waterproof everything that I own?
No. So there are companies that will sell you a spray. And if you are like walking to school and you drop your phone in a puddle, it'll be fine. But what we do is we waterproof it completely from the inside so that you can listen to it for hours while you're swimming laps. And so it's actually quite a complicated process to make that happen.
Thank you.
Tell me about where your sales come from. Are they mostly coming from your own site? Or are you selling more through Amazon and through Facebook? And are you dependent on Facebook for a lot of your revenues, or Amazon?
So that's a complicated question. But over here in August, September, most of our sales came from our website. Today, about half of our sales come from Amazon.com, half from our website. which if you talk to people in that industry, that's actually fairly significant. Most people, it's more like 90-10, like 90 from Amazon and 10 from their website. And you also asked about Facebook. Facebook really influenced our sales in this growth period right here in February 2012, like January, February, March. It's still a part of our marketing mix, but most of our sales come from Google AdWords, SEO,
Hey, Scott,
Amazon.com.
don't mean to cut you off. They're going to cut us off real quick.
Sure.
Real quick, what kind of margins do you guys have?
About 25%.
25%?
I think that's it. Thank you, Scott.